Welcome back to Pages of the Heart. I'm Cassidy, and together with Hope, we're exploring Chapter 5 of A Winter Promise, A Providence of Angels. And readers, this chapter gave us some of the most beautiful moments of grace and healing we've seen yet. You know what fascinates me about transformation? Sometimes it takes a child's eyes to help us see ourselves clearly again. Today, we're exploring a story that shows how healing can emerge from the most unexpected places.
The way this chapter opens with Clara's daily ritual of tending to that snow angel, it's like watching someone hold on to faith through small, deliberate actions.
And what makes it so powerful is how it contrasts with Nathan's struggle. Here's a man who once saw every wood carving as a prayer, creating chapel doors without payment, now unable to find that same spiritual connection.
Well, that's what makes Peter Kelly's entrance so meaningful. This 7-year-old boy in tattered boots stuffed with newspaper, approaching Nathan's work with pure wonder.
Hmm. And those details about Peter really drive home the war's lasting impact, don't they? His father died at Belleau Wood, leaving behind this widow and son still fighting their own battles against poverty.
The transformation in Nathan when he meets Peter is just, oh my goodness. It's like watching ice crack in spring. That moment when his rigid mask cracked, revealing hints of his former tender spirit.
And what's really interesting is how unexpected Nathan's response is. This man who's been hiding from the community, making deliveries at dawn and dusk, suddenly steps forward to help check on the Kelly family's firewood supply.
So, what do you make of Clara keeping these two huge secrets? Both the Historical Society letter and her pregnancy.
Well, the way her pregnancy is woven into the narrative feels so authentic. That breathlessness climbing stairs, the sudden sensitivity to chalk dust. It's like watching someone try to maintain normalcy while their whole world is shifting.
And then Mrs. Kelly's collapse becomes this perfect catalyst for change. Even Margaret sets aside her city refinement to help care for a neighbor in need.
You know what's fascinating? The way Nathan's craft evolves throughout this chapter. That cherry wood cup he creates for the Kellys, with those tiny wings taking flight along the rim, it's like watching his gift find a new purpose.
Right. And those wings are described as less ornate, but somehow more alive, as if they'd learned a lesson about trust from having first been broken.
That line about how some beauty came from necessity when mercy met human need, it really captures the heart of Nathan's transformation. He's learning that his gifts aren't meant for show, but for service.
The way the snow angel keeps evolving throughout the chapter seems to mirror this internal change, becoming more lifelike and transcendent as Nathan's heart softens.
And Clara's timing with her secrets shows such wisdom, doesn't it? She understands that grace has its own schedule, that sometimes people need to find their way back to themselves before they can receive new possibilities.
That image of Peter, cradling a cup as if it contained more than promises of broth, really stays with you. It shows how simple acts of kindness can carry such profound meaning.
Looking ahead, I'm particularly intrigued by how all these threads might come together. The school board meeting about Clara's hours, the historical society invitation, her pregnancy. It feels like everything's building towards something significant.
Well, the snow angel seems to be teaching them all about grace, how beauty becomes more powerful when it serves love.
And isn't that really the heart of this story? That sometimes our gifts find their truest expression not in grand gestures or public acclaim, but in simple acts of service, in cups carved for broth, in snow packed fresh each morning, in neighbors helping neighbors through hard times.
The way these themes of faith, craft, and community interweave really shows how healing often comes through unexpected channels.
You know what stays with me? The idea that sometimes the most profound transformations happen not through dramatic moments, but through these quiet acts of faithful service, whether that's tending to a snow angel each morning or carving a simple cup with wings taking flight along its rim. Thanks for joining us on Pages of the Heart. Remember that sometimes the most profound prayers are carved in wood and offered in service? Be sure to follow us and subscribe to this channel so you never miss an episode. If you enjoyed today's chapter, a quick rating or review goes a long way in helping more listeners find us. Until next time, thanks for listening.